I was saying, why not just do a nighttime one? You know, as you guys know, Venom wanted one, and I know my other moderator wanted one as well. So I'm sitting there going, why not? Why not just do it? Why not just have another freestyle rant so that I can talk to you guys? Because I give out so much authority, so much wisdom to you guys. I want you guys to implement it. I want you guys to apply it in your life. That way, your life can be better. Now, I've been hearing a couple of things. First topic I want to talk about is streaming. Obviously, streaming isn't what it used to be. Like, when I used to go on Twitch and watch Twitch streamers, I used to watch the gaming portion of it. However, it's turned into this IRL stream, which isn't bad. However, it's the people in it that's making streaming look bad. Now, people like Rakai and what's the girl's Twitch name? Lena or something like that? Something like that. Anyway, all they have to do is act way more mature. They have the platform, they have the people watching, they have the people listening, they have the audience. They just should act more mature. That's all. That is all. However, streaming, and a con about streaming is many people do these streams and doing this stuff that is absurd for views and clicks and likes. Now, do they have to do that? Absolutely not. However, the world loves the drama. The world loves the craziness. The world loves it. The world loves this. Therefore, streaming is not going to be the same anymore unless people change the way that they act and move on these streams. Streaming isn't really going to go uphill. If anything, it was uphill, and now it's kind of going on a declining road right now. Meaning, it's on a trajectory of going down and probably not coming back up. So this is why Tyson said, he wants to do something with fashion, clothing. That's not bad at all. If anything, that's great. That's great. Doing fashion, doing clothing, bro, these are big ideas, guys. I don't know if you guys were actually assessing and analyzing what Kai Cenat was saying. This is very important. And I hope you guys analyzed what Kai Cenat was saying. He exposed the gap of where the streaming kind of fades. There's only so much you can do with streaming. Also, another point, if Kai Cenat, the one who has the most amount of money when it comes to being a Twitch streamer, number one Twitch streamer, he has the most views, he has the whole team, he has all the connections, everything you can dream of. If he's saying to take your mental health seriously, what do you think other people are supposed to be doing? Especially the streamers who don't have nearly as much resources and money as Kai Cenat. If Kai Cenat, the one at the top, is saying he needs to have a mental break, he decided to take that mental break, then what do you think the people who are starting streaming should do? Obviously, for thinking logically, you should take a break for your mental health. Streaming 24/7 is exhausting and it's not sustainable whatsoever. It's not. It takes a lot of skill to entertain someone from 7 a.m. when you wake up all the way to the next day. It's a lot of work. It is not easy. Therefore, many beginners come into streaming thinking that it's going to be easy. It is not going to be easy at all. It's going to be very hard. And you're going to be in there on live, plenty of hours a day with 0 viewers, unless you already have some platform elsewhere. However, everyone's jumping on to Twitch, everyone's hopping on it. Which is why now it's becoming more saturated. Also, many people don't understand that Twitch was never dying. Twitch never died. Kai Cenat just came up with something creative to make it look like it wasn't dying. Twitch was never dying. People weren't really showing their personality until Kai Cenat came. Once Kai Cenat came, then many other people started trying to stream as well. So Kai Cenat set the trend. You have to be the one who does something. And also, in the Streamer Awards event, Kai Cenat also said that many people did not believe in his mission to create Streamers University, which is a school. Let me make this very clear. If you're gonna have a vision, this is why it's best not to tell anyone, because most people aren't going to believe in your vision and your dream. Many people aren't gonna believe in it. Many people are gonna be like, I don't know, or maybe that'll work. However, I guarantee if you said you want to be I guarantee you if you said you want to be a librarian or a worker at McDonald's, there'd be no one doubting you then. There would be no one doubting you if you said you want to work at McDonald's or if you want to be some construction worker. No one would be doubting you at all. It's crazy, but the second you have a big dream, I don't know, or are you sure? Are you sure you could do that? I don't know. What's good? What's good, Franklin? Ryan, what's your dream? Honestly, I don't really have dreams. I got plans, and I gotta execute those plans. There's a difference. There's a difference between a dream and a plan. A dream is something you just dream about, you just fascinate and fantasize about. A plan is something that you take action with. What's good, Chandra 94? Also, guys, I don't know where Venom is, but I don't know. Thank you. God loves you. God loves everyone. God loves everyone, guys. For God to love the world, that He gave His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. You guys need to internalize that lesson. It's very important for your life. Let me hear your plans. Okay. One of my plans, right, is to keep on being consistent. I've been so consistent. I've posted over 300 videos in under a year. That is how fast you can move if you are consistent. Like an Ascendant. To become an Ascendant, to become one of one, is to not care what people think. If you want to be an Ascendant, if you want to rise, then you cannot care what people think. If you have a vision, if you have a dream, you need to execute now. Time is not waiting on anybody at all. God is scary. What makes God scary? I never heard anyone say that before. What makes God scary? Is that a lightsaber behind you? No. You wanna know what's crazy? When I first unboxed this LED light, it looked like a lightsaber. So I was saying that Darth Vader has given me the lightsaber. He bestowed it upon me so I could take over with the lightsaber. Anyway, haven't you read the Old Testament? Actually, I've read the Old Testament before. However, we're gonna get deeper into it. So on this Tuesday, I'm gonna buy a Bible. My brother recommended me to get the NIV version, so we're gonna get that version of the Bible. However, I have read the Old Testament. I've read some of the New Testament as well. I've read both. Both of them are good. In my opinion, God isn't scary. God is waking people up. If you want to internalize the lessons, God doesn't force anyone to join His side. He gives free will. Free will is the best form of loyalty. Without free will, there's no form of loyalty because you have to have choice. You can't be forcing people to do something and then say, oh, he or she is being loyal. That's not loyalty. Choice is the best form of loyalty. Cool. You like Song of Solomon. It's not in all Bibles. Nah, that's true. That's true. Solomon was the one who had wisdom, and wisdom is very important. See, especially when you are going through scenarios in life, you may think you need external stuff, or for example, you want to be blessed with external stuff. I can understand that. However, internal stuff is way better than the external stuff. External stuff is replaceable. Anyone can get a Bugatti, anyone can get a fast car, anyone can do that. But to have the internal mastery, very few conquer that. Because it takes way more resilience, self-mastery, self-dignity and self-worth to do this. External stuff, it comes and goes. No one can take away your internal side. No one can take that away from you. Nobody. But yeah, guys. Also, let me know if I should do more nighttime streams. Let me know. Usually I do my lives in the morning, afternoon, but I decided to do it at night. And Venom's not here, so oh my. Do you like rap? Do I like rap? I don't listen to rap that much, however, I do respect the rappers rapping and making money from it, yeah. I don't have a problem with rap at all. What do I listen to? Good question. I listen to some rap, however, listening to rap, if it's bad, can detriment your life. And this is because most people don't know that subconsciously, the lyrics that you repeat day by day is getting ingrained in your head. Meaning, subconsciously, you will start to act with what you rap. And sometimes, it can be bad. Sometimes it can detriment your life. So you have to be very, very careful to the music that you are putting in your ears. Because what you listen to becomes your thoughts. And your thoughts become repetition. The repetition of those thoughts is what's eventually come into action. And that action might lead you to a bad spot that you don't want to have. So I'm telling you, assess what music that you're listening to. It's very important. That's what I mean, right? So if I like a beat of a rap song, rap music, I'll listen to the instrumental version so that the lyrics aren't getting ingrained in my head. Yeah, too many youngins getting the wrong ideas. Exactly, it's because of rap. I'm not saying don't listen to rap. I'm not saying cut it out completely. However, try not to say the lyrics as much. Certain stuff like that. You don't have to cut out rap completely. You just, if you want to unprogram yourself from these bad lyrics, start one day at a time, step by step by step by step by step. Oh, you love instrumentals? Yeah, same. Instrumentals are pretty good. Instrumentals are great. You love Bodie James? Ever heard of him? I'm not gonna lie, I've never heard of Bodie James before. He has good beats? I never heard of him. Oh yeah, guys, let me know if y'all know, but John Cena just retired from the WWE, man. John Cena, man. I know we've all heard of him. Man, shout out to him, man. I didn't watch WWE that much, to be honest. However, man, he did a great job. But I used to be sitting there, like as a kid when I was younger, thinking like, bro, is this WWE stuff even real? Is it fake? Like I never knew. It's crazy. You doing YouTube to try to make money or just for fun? Well, honestly, the reason why I started YouTube was to change the game. So, making money, sure, that's a byproduct of it, right? However, my main thing isn't to make money. My main thing is to spread the wisdom that I have, that I've acquired through life's struggles. And that is what an Ascendant does. An Ascendant is, takes the wisdom from the pain and decides to transcend in life. He doesn't stay stuck. He doesn't complain. He doesn't whine. An Ascendant rises. And that's what I'm here to do. Now, when I was younger, I used to do YouTube for fun. I used to have multiple channels. I used to do YouTube for fun, yeah. I used to make Fortnite content. I remember at one point, I think I was trying to make Beyblade content, to be honest. But now it's intentional and it's serious. Now, what I'm doing is conscious. I'm consciously locked in. Also, I made a video showing you guys that it's possible to be consistent, to be disciplined at a young age. Chat, I'm only 19 years old. 19, that's it. I'm only 19. Next year, I turn 20. And time goes by fast. It says, well, you're doing better than me. I wanted to go live, but I didn't know you needed 50 subscribers. You're not consistent. And man, and it's okay if you're not consistent. You just got to build it day by day. Take one step at a time. I don't think you need 50 subscribers to go live on YouTube. I don't think you need that at all. No. I'm not sure, but I don't think you need that. Yeah, that's what it said, for real? Wait, hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I got my laptop. I'm gonna look it up real quick. That's crazy. I did not think you need 50 subs to go live. Hold on, let me see real quick. I'm gonna confirm. But yes, going live, I definitely recommend you do that because people get to see who you actually are. No scripts, no editing, just you, raw you. Yo, let me see. I'm gonna look it up right now. Do you? Let me see. Do you need 50 subscribers to live stream on YouTube? Oh, yo, no, you're right. I did not know that. I didn't know you. What's good, Venom? What's good? Bro, I did not know you needed at least 50 subscribers to live stream on YouTube. That's crazy. Wait. My lungs. How many subs do you have right now? I'm gonna help you get the 50 subscribers. I'm gonna help you. How many subs do you currently have right now? Oh, like 0? Oh, okay. One, have you started posting content or no? You're not really gonna go for it? Man, it's possible, bro. This is what you have to understand. I don't know if you want to do YouTube. However, if you want to take YouTube seriously, the time is now. It is December 14th, 2025. And now you don't want to? Yeah, it's fine if you don't want to. I understand. YouTube's not for everybody, man. You're just lonely. What do you mean by you're just lonely? Like you don't have anyone to support you or anything? Or do you have a do you have a support system? Like do you have people who care for you? Like what's your loneliness? Yeah, you don't know what you would make videos about. Honestly, you could make videos about your loneliness. There'd be a lot of people who would relate to you about your loneliness. So you could definitely make content off of that. But we're in an era. We're in an era in 2025 going on to 2026 that you can sit there and talk about anything and any video, any topic that you're saying can go viral. Exactly. A lot of people can relate to being lonely. So hypothetically, that loneliness, bro, make content about it, bro. I'm telling you, bro, if it hits the algorithm correctly and you optimize your thumbnail, you optimize your title, bro, that video can go viral. I'm not saying it'll go viral when you first post it, but it could go viral for sure. There's a lot of people who can relate to that. And relatable topics go viral. Chat, let me know if I should start doing more Ascendant nighttime streams. People love relatability, correct. Ascendant nighttime stream seems chill. I know, chill. I should start doing it more on Sunday. Actually, chat. Now we have an ascendant tree that I have to put up. So instead of green, we just have to get white. So I'll show y'all on live once the tree is set up and once it's done. Yeah, you're just chilling here with you because you only have a couple of people in the room. It's hard to get a word in edgewise in the live streams where a bunch of people are sending messages. Nah, that's true, man. That is very, very true. This guy. Anything you have, you call it the Ascendant. That's right. But you think you're going to watch TV, you subscribe to you though, so you'll be on the lookout for your videos. Alright, appreciate it, man, appreciate it. But you think you're going to watch TV, you subscribe to you though, so you'll be on the lookout. Alright, man, appreciate it, man, appreciate it. And yeah, if you guys have any questions about anything, let me know. But yeah, and actually, thank you for teaching me something, because I did not know you needed 50 subscribers to live stream on YouTube from a mobile device. I did not know that. When I first started YouTube, which I've not been doing YouTube for a long time, but I first started February of 2025. I had to bet on myself. I had to say, okay, look, you need to lock in. Take that bet on yourself. Risk it. You have to take a risk. If you aren't willing to take a risk, you don't want it for real. All the people at the top took a risk, and you must do the same. Or don't. Just don't complain why you're not where you want to be. That's it. That is it. That's it. But yeah, guys, going back to the streaming topic that I was talking about how Kai Cenat, he's at the top. #1 Twitch streamer. And even he is saying that he needed to take a break because of his mental health. That's very important. Mental health is important. Do not neglect that. That is very important for life. You've been thinking about Jesus a lot today, which is no surprise, to be honest, but you've been thinking about when he is sending you out as sheep among wolves, and you are exactly right. That's what people have a misconception of as well. Many people think that just because you are a good person, that other people are just automatically supposed to give that energy to you back. However, I can't blame you. I can't blame you for thinking that. Because look, in school, right, they always say, treat others the way you want to be treated. But school never deliberately, specifically said that just because you're good doesn't mean that others will be good back. School never said that. They always say, oh, well, if you're good, someone's going to be nice as well. When you get to the real world, the harsh reality, you will then see. You meant said? Oh. Nah, you're good, man. You're good, Venom. You're good. But yeah, I mean, there's going to be evil in this world, bro. Like, you cannot avoid evil. There's going to be evil everywhere. Even if you are a nice person, there's going to be evil. Jesus was the most moral person in the world, yet he said there was going to be evil people. So us living on earth, if you're going to sit there and think that no one is going to be evil, no one's going to try to scam, no one's going to try to do bad stuff, then I don't know where you're at. I don't know where your mind is. Of course people are going to do it. I'm not saying that's everyone, but many people are going to try to do that. And that's the game. That's life. Also, I was watching Anthony O'Neal. Shout out to him. I haven't watched him in a while. But shout out to him, Dave Ramsey, the Ramsey crew. I have the Every Dollar app. It is a recommended app. I recommend if you guys want to be disciplined. Let me say that again. If you want to be disciplined with your life, disciplined with your budget, knowing where your money comes in and goes out, you need to get the Every Dollar app. I'm telling you, it is the best app on the planet. One of the best apps on the planet that you should get to budget. Now, Anthony O'Neal was saying to this couple that he needed to get rid of his favorite car to get out of debt. Now, that situation is hard. You're going to have some discomfort from that. You're going to be like, oh no, you worked so hard to get this car. But look, he has two vital choices to make. Either one. He decides to keep the car, but him getting out of debt is slower, or he He accepts the discomfort now, just selling the car so that he can be out of debt quicker and so that his life is better. He only has two choices. I don't know which one he's going to take. I don't know. However, you have to be willing to trade short-term discomfort for long-term growth. What up, my G? Where are you from? From Actually, bro, I've been traveling a lot, bro. I was born in Boston, but I've been traveling. I've been traveling. I've been traveling. But where am I right now? I'm in California right now, but I was born in Boston, Massachusetts, and bro, I've just been traveling. You know, why not? It's not like it was by my choice, but shoot, might as well. I've explored the world, and there'll be more exploring in the future to do, but yeah. You're from Chicago? Salam alaikum. Exactly. When people ask you where are you from, you say nowhere or maybe you're from everywhere. I don't know. I see many people on TikTok say the same thing. They be like, they from everywhere, to be honest. When you move so much, you see many different things on Earth, and yeah, that's just some people's lives. Some people are able to stay in one state, one city, their whole life, them growing up. So I want to go on Twitter real quick so we can see what's going on. On Twitter, there's always something new on Twitter. Might as well just go on it. What the freak? It says Leangelo Ball's baby mother exposes his income at $666,000 per month as she seeks child support money. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me she's gonna recommend. Oh no. Oh no. People say where you came from. It's not about what you think. You knew it's personal, but brother, just a classic question. When you meet new people, yeah, for sure. Not for sure. Merry Christmas. It's almost Christmas. Almost Christmas. Guys, time is going by fast, bro. I said it across a bunch of videos and streams, but time is really going by fast. Like, the 25th is, hold on, let's see. 25th is next Thursday. Next week. Next week. That fast. Like, I remember when it was January 1st of 2025. I'm over here on my Instagram story showing the fireworks, and now we're at the end of the month already. Already. Time is going by quick. Like, people think they have time to be sitting there and procrastinating and doing nothing with their lives. Like, you need to get up now. Because you're gonna have to work regardless. But you can either decide to work now, or you can decide to wait until later in life and work. And I would argue that if you wait later, it's going to be a lot harder for you. Inflation's only going up, housing prices are going up, everything's going up. Merry Christmas. By the way, Happy New Year. Gonna be a great YouTuber for sure, man. Appreciate you, man. Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas. Chat, and I still have a tree I need to set up. I have a whole tree right here. So this boy right here. So instead of me getting a green tree, I decided to get a white tree. Why not? It already comes with pre-built lights in them. All I have to do is get ornaments, and I'll show you the setup probably in about two to three streams from now. But yeah, I'll show you how the tree looks like when it's done. But yeah, guys, if you guys want to start YouTube, bro, start now, bro. I'm telling you, bro, you're not losing out on anything. Start now, bro. Just record. However, I know many people, they don't want to show their face, bro, but that is the best thing. When you show your face, people more trust you, bro, because they can see you, they can hear you, they can visually connect with you. If you're behind AI, it's like Like, yeah, but it's not gonna hit like a human, bro. We're humans, but we like connecting with other humans. You have like show your face, bro. I'm telling you. Now, are people gonna talk? Absolutely. People always talk, bro. So you might as well do it. People gonna talk regardless. So you might as well just make content, bro. It don't matter, bro. Like people gonna always have something to say. So literally do what you want to do in this life, bro. You only got one spin on this earth, bro. Make the best of it. Start that business. Start that clothing line. Start that cooking business. I don't know. Whatever you want to start it. Freak it. You are young. You're not, bro. Worst case scenario doesn't work out. Okay, cool. You didn't. Okay, if it didn't work out, all of those lessons that you acquired from this can be put into another business. You did not fail. You found what didn't work. You extrapolated the lessons from the thing that didn't work, and now you can apply those same lessons that you learned from this business model into this business model. If you think like that, you did not fail. And this reminds me of my philosophy, and I call it the zero philosophy. Let me tell you guys why my favorite number is zero. My favorite number is zero because zero is the baseline. If you don't see the number zero, that means you did not try. You didn't even attempt to change the trajectory of your life. You didn't even try. Therefore, zero is the baseline. If you see the number zero, that means you tried. At least you gave it effort. At least you tried. At least you put something in the atmosphere. To add on to that, if you get one viewer, two viewers, three viewers, those are bonuses. That's not the baseline. The baseline is zero. And the reason why the baseline should be zero is because if the baseline is zero, then any other number above zero is a bonus for you, which is perfect. This keeps you consistent. Because you will never look at zero as, oh, you failed or you didn't do something right. No. Zero is the baseline. Good. I'm glad I saw the number zero. Great. And this keeps you consistent. This is why I've been able to post over 300 videos in under a year. That's my philosophy. And guys, there's also another misconception that you have to isolate yourself to be consistent. No, you don't. You do not have to isolate yourself whatsoever. That's a lie. You don't have to sit there being in your room tweeting while everyone else is clubbing. You're sitting in your room grinding, bro. Stop. These gurus don't even be doing that, bro. These gurus are lying to you. They are literally lying. Make sure you guys drink some lemonade. But yeah, guys, they're lying. You can still go out to the movies. You can still have fun. You just have to be disciplined while you're still having fun. You have to make sure that your routine is still complete as you're having fun. You don't have to fully cut off fun, but you don't want to be too distracted in the fun to where you don't get your routine done. That's it. That is it. He said God is scary. Yes, he actually did say God is scary. And I was sitting there going, I was like, wait, why is he saying God is scary? And then he was saying because of the Old Testament. Like he said, like, have I read the Old Testament? I said, yeah. And then I said I'm gonna get my Bible this Tuesday. Now, is God scary? No. I don't know what made him say that, but it might be because of all the punishments, maybe. That like if you don't follow him, that's probably why. Or if you don't repent, that's probably why he's saying God is scary. However, God is not scared. God wants people to be saved, but you have to be willing to take that step. God's not going to do it for you because God already did his part. It's time for you to come in as the man or the woman, or even as a teenager or a kid. You have to accept him. You have to accept him. Meet the six formerly homeless sisters who are all becoming nurses together. Oh, that's great. That's great. Yeah, that is crazy, bro. Like the Gaza and the Palestinian and the Israeli war, like it's crazy. It is. It is insane of how many people and young children are getting hurt who cannot escape this war, born into this stuff. And many people don't know what that is. Many people are in the United States, which is way more safer than what they're going through right now. So this is why it's important. This is why it's important to be grateful of where you're at right now. Because I guarantee if it was taken away, right? And I'm not saying if you're really going through something. I'm saying if everything's good, right? Like stability's good, yet you're still complaining. Like, what are you even complaining for? If you have a crib, you have a roof over your head, water, all the basic essentials, what are you complaining about? Now, I could see if you didn't have it. That is a different story. God was very serious in the Old Testament, to be honest, but it's because Jesus hadn't come and sacrificed himself for humanity. So in the meantime, he needed to show his judgment. Okay, that is true. That is true. That is true. The Sodom and Gomorrah story he's talking about. God destroyed a city because they were living in sin. And that's when the woman gets turned into a pillar of salt for turning back. Ah, yeah, yeah. Wait, another story that I think I have a question about was the story when they wanted to build the what is it, the Babel Tower, or the, what is it? I think it's the Tower of Babel or something. And God had confused their language, if I'm not mistaken. So that, because I think they wanted to build it like past heaven or something. Like, I don't know what they were thinking about. Even in the Old Testament, God was serious, but also loving and show mercy. That's true. But see, true love is showed sometimes through hardness. Sometimes you do need to be hard. And God will be hard on you. He didn't say follow him and it will be easy. No. You're going to have to change. And God's not saying change in a day. You change slowly. Might not be today, but eventually you will change. But you have to take that step forward. Because no one's doing it for you. God already did his part. God is right here. You need to come now. And that takes a lot of truth that most people don't want to accept. But it's either that or you stay stuck where you're at. It's as simple as that. Even in the Old Testament, God was serious, but also loving and showed mercy. Yeah. Tower of Babel, yeah, they wanted to build a tower that went all the way up to heaven. I knew it. I knew they wanted to do that. And God did not want that, so God did not want that to happen, so he confused their language so they couldn't do it. That's all in Genesis. I can't wait for you to read it. Yeah, guys, don't worry. We'll definitely be talking about these stories on live as well. And I might bring the Bible on live as well. Why not? Because there's many important lessons in the Bible that translate to life as well. But yeah, actually, I did not know that book was in Genesis. I knew it was in the Old Testament, but I didn't know it was in Genesis specifically. So that's very interesting. That is very interesting. Wait, guys, hold on. I'm gonna actually view Twitch real quick because I know many people are on Twitch right now. I guarantee. Hold on. I want to see who's live right now. Let's see. Lacey's live. Let's see what Lacey's doing on Twitch. Why not? Phase Lacey. We're gonna see what you're doing on Twitch right now. Oh, chat. Hold on. I'm gonna show you what a lot of people watch. Hold on. Wait for this ad. You know, stories from thousands of years ago still correlate to today. No, it's actually true. Like, it's crazy because this stuff was out before I was even born, before I even existed on the planet. And I'm living life, and I'm seeing the correlation with the Bible. I'm saying, wait, it gotta be true because I'm seeing it myself. So it has to be true. You don't know, sometimes you think Twitch people are geeks. Oh my. Like the ones who stay in the comments all day. But I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how they stay in the comments all day. But they have to be entertaining somehow, because they wouldn't be staying. So, hey, shout out to the Twitch streamers, man. Yo, I was about to say, but this ad, I thought this ad was about 10 minutes. Nah, I'm not sitting on a 10-minute ad. That is crazy. 10 minutes on an ad, bro? Nah, that is too long. Nobody's gonna be sitting there watching the ad. It is literally just like in the movie theater. Like, play the movie. I went to the movie theater. The movie was supposed to start at 7:15 p.m. Yet they're playing all these ads. I have my popcorn, and I'm trying to eat it with the movie. Gosh, dang, they're always playing the movie 30 minutes after. Play the movie now. Goodness gracious. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna show you. Right after we push. I'm sorry what none of these people are watching.
I don't know how I got here, y'all. Task force didn't know what. All the people that were answering to try to stop modern day slavery.
But yeah, that's what they're watching.
Human trafficking was sex slavery. That was the diversion. And Epstein was where the party scene was. And you guys all know about parties on the street, right? That's what.
Dang, he got 11,000 people.
And not down.
11,000 people watching him, bro.
It's an economy.
Dang, bro, it seemed like FaZe is taking over. Staple Ronaldo's live too, 25,000 viewers. Jason the Wing also live. Bro, FaZe is just taking over. Sylvie's live too. Everyone's just live right now.
God has some big promises for people, and one of them plans. What is the government do? Thinks it's theirs.
Man, I don't know how people watch it, but what the freak is this, bro? I don't even know, bro. I don't know how people watch it. I don't know, like, look, guys.
This is crazy. And you think we're the answer? No, don't say that. No. Like, you think we're the next true laws of the answer? This is scary.
Twice he's wearing a costume in December. Oh my. Bro got October and December confused. I don't know what he's doing, bro. But I ain't gonna lie, I don't know, bro. I don't even be on Twitch. Only time I be on Twitch is when, like, I'm looking at something for like 10 seconds, bro. Other than that, I don't know how people sit on Twitch. I don't know. You know what? It's like everything is live, bro. It's like you can't skip it. Like that's the pro about YouTube. Like, you can at least skip it, bro. Like, bro, but I know we all have watched those channels where they say, like, for example, let's say you are watching a video on how to get your first Fortnite win, right? They will not explain how to get the Fortnite win until 20 minutes into the video. Like, they won't explain, like, for example, they'll say, welcome to the YouTube channel. They have a fan, a LED light, and they'll waste time. And then until the 20 minutes, they say, this is how you get your Fortnite win. You should have already explained how to get the Fortnite win. I'm not going to be sitting there for 20 minutes being like, oh, nobody cares about the light. Oh my God, man. I know, bro. Like, bro, Get to the point. This is why YouTube you can just skip. But with Twitch, now you have to sit there. Nah, freak that, man. I'll just come back to the live stream. I'm not sitting there for no 20 minutes waiting on that. Okay, some people are boring. You don't want to watch every single part of their lives. I know. Nah, bro, it was crazy to me. I remember back in 2020. It was either 2019 or 2020 or 2018. One of those years. I was watching FaZe Mongo on Twitch. And I'm telling you, he was doing a sleep stream. And I saw about 20,000 people in there. I'm sitting there going, no way, 20,000 people. Just sitting there watching another man sleep. I'm like, what? I'm like, I'm like, what the freak? Like, how are they watching this, bro? Me personally, I would have got off the video. Watching someone sleep. I sleep myself. I need to go to sleep. To go watching someone else sleep. Oh my. Bro, you have finals in like 2 or 3 days, but you're not studying. Bro, you have to study. You have to conquer. You have to conquer the test. Nah, just play. I'm playing, bro. I'm playing. Yeah, I remember this. Remember what? Oh, the thing I just said? It was like, what the freak? Oh. Dang, it says this woman went on a date with a rich man and found out he pays his gate man $30K a month. She was immediately turned off. Guys, let me make this very clear. Money does not keep a woman, okay? There's plenty of men with money. What do you have inside? What is internal that you have? The external stuff it just comes and goes. Your internal structure can never leave your body. It cannot leave. So what are you working on internally, not externally? Now, I'm not disproving the fact that money is important. I agree, money is important. However, to sit there and think that money is going to keep a woman does not make any logical sense. In 2025, going on to 2026. No, it doesn't make any sense. That does not keep a woman around. If I said you played Fortnite one time and you wanted to go up the stairs, and then someone got you, now that's what happened to you. Is you wanted to go up the freaking stairs, and that person said, snipe, bow. You're, the screen said you placed 47th like this guy. That's not an ascendant way, bro. That's not an ascendant way. External things can fade away, but internal things cannot fade. Exactly, which is why I'm saying you need to build internally. That can't be taken away. That's what can differentiate yourself from most men. However, most men don't want to build the internal side. It's because to sit there and build the internal from the ground up takes patience, self-respect for yourself, and a mental fortitude that will allow you to build your internal side from the ground up. Right, and you're right. This is why you must build yourself internally, not externally. And the reason why is because if your worth is tied to this watch, for example, and the watch gets taken or gets taken off of you, You're telling me you're not going to be confident anymore? You don't know who you are? You are him. You should know who you are. No cap. You need to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, someone else in this world will define who you are. You must control who you are. Like I said, because if you do not control who you are, someone else will control who you are. And more than likely, you're going to believe them. You also like that one thing you said where if someone's in a relationship, they shouldn't start lacking on their schedule. They should do the same things they were doing before they got that girlfriend. Exactly. Like, for example, right? If you were reading the Bible, if you were going to church, if you were spending time with family, you was working out, why are you stopping that now when you have a girlfriend? No. If anything, you should be doing it more. Keep that same thing. Don't start slacking now, no. Actually, now, right, since you have a girlfriend, invite her to your world. You can say, hey, let's go to church tomorrow at 8 a.m. I'm going to take you to my church so you can meet the people I know. Now you're bringing her into your world. And what's better is that the center of your relationship is not on y'all, it is on God. And God is going to teach you. He's going to guide you and he's going to lead you. Yes, yeah, it's literally the same thing as well. It's the same thing. You need to be doing it. If you were working out before, you need to be working out now. I know, bro. Free game. Ugh. Free game. But yeah, bro, I know because many men and probably some women as well. I'm not sure, but I know on the men's side they slack. You don't want to slack. You want to keep on improving, bro. Keep on improving in your life, bro. Day to day, one step at a time, improve. Eating the right food, drinking the right drinks, just simple stuff like that, and it's gonna change your life. I promise you, in a better way. However, if you're gonna have your relationship centered with God, y'all both have to come in and realize that at some point you're gonna have to take a sacrifice. Always, it is gonna be uncomfortable. It is, but it's for the longevity of y'all relationship. See, the reason why many relationships fail is because they decided to build it off of short-term pleasure and gratification. Come on, man. You said someone else will define who you are. Exactly. No, it's true. You have to be the first one to define who you are. If you don't, someone else will. You mean to tell me that if you've been through a lot of stuff, and you've conquered life, even if it's in silence, and you mean to tell me that someone random is going to come and sit there and tell you you're not that guy or you're not that woman? The heck do you think you are? The freak? I know who I am. And you need to have that confidence. This will keep you going. Because if you rely on them to determine who you are, you might be crying, you might be sad, you might be like, oh, I mean, well, they said they couldn't. Don't listen to them. Many people are going to judge you by your circumstances, but that's okay. You need to see decades ahead, not in the moment. Many people judge by the moment. If you want to build something, long-term growth, you have to see decades. Your worth is not tied to your circumstances. Your worth is tied into what you're saying every day to yourself. How you act, how you move. That's what your worth is tied to. Not anything external. Because that could all be taken away. Chat, we've been live for 54 minutes. We're going to do 1 hour stream and then we're going to end it. And I will definitely start doing more nighttime streams. I'm still sticking to my daytime as well. We're still going to be doing those as well. My next video, matter of fact, will be Friday or Saturday, one of those days. One of those days. Yeah, guys. Hopefully y'all learned a lot. Talked about a lot of subjects, and it's definitely important to talk about Jesus as well. You wanna actually know what's crazy? It's even if you don't talk about Jesus, there will always be people talking about Jesus. I'm telling you, go on TikTok right now, scroll, and I guarantee you see at least one person talking or showing about Jesus. That's how impactful he is. He's not even on the planet, yet people are still talking about him. That is influence. You are going to be emotionally stressed. But if you are like us, which is the Ascendants, you will have internal confidence. You will remain your identity even if they try to shake it. Absolutely correct. And like I said, this is what being an Ascendant is. And Ascendant is about having pain. It's about having struggle because that is inevitable in life. However, instead of complaining, instead of saying you might stay here, you decide to extract the wisdom from that pain and to transcend your life. That is what an Ascendant is. But being an Ascendant is very powerful. Nobody can shake you when you are an Ascendant. No one can shake you. No one can define your worth. This is what people don't even realize. It's literally the same thing when it comes to trying to become an entrepreneur or trying to do better in your life. If you don't take that risk, you're gonna have to work for someone that decided to take that risk. I know it's harsh, but it's true. It's true. You're gonna have to. So, I recommend that you take action now. Time is going by exceptionally fast. You need to take action quickly. You don't have time to wait. What are we waiting on? There is no such thing as a perfect time. Start now. You never know. You can maybe post a video right now. It might hit the algorithm perfectly, and that video might blow up. Who knows? It's also very, very rare. Yeah, and that's true. It takes so much growth. It takes so much learning. It takes guys. If you want to learn more about your life and you want to improve, you have to go back in history. You know how in school they always go back in history. I see why they go back in history because to understand why stuff is happening now, we have to go back in time in the history to understand. Because all the events in in history and in the past is the reason why stuff right now is happening where it's at. For example, if you have trauma in your life, if you have trauma in your life, maybe your parents had trauma, maybe your grandparents had trauma, and now it's on you. But you have to be aware of these things so that you don't pass it down to the next generation. Because if you pass it down, hypothetically, no one that you might not have a chance to break that trauma cycle. And that trauma cycle gets deep. However, one person in the family has to say, you know what, this is enough. One person has to decide to forgive than to resent. One person has to decide to be calm than to crash out. That is how you break it. There has to be one person who decides to do the complete, harsh opposite. This is what we did with our bloodline. Exactly, bro. It's the same thing we did. Same exact thing we did. You have to. That's the only way, because if you continue down that trajectory, you will never free your bloodline from all that trauma, all that badness, and all that bull stuff. Because there'll be a lot of bull stuff. Now, I know many of y'all can relate. Because there'll be a lot of bull stuff when it comes to family and stuff, for some families. Not all families, but some. Yeah, guys. Like I said, where is my dream? This is what it means to be the Ascendant. Completely nailed it. It's exactly what it means to be in Ascendant. Chat, we've been live for 1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour. Chat, I could realistically be live for like 2 more hours. Like once you start enjoying the process and once you enjoy what you do, it starts to become a lot easier. However, if you are solely tied to the numbers, yeah, it's gonna be boring. It's gonna be boring if you're tied to the numbers, bro. I mean, it's supposed to be boring. We'll go ahead and see what's on Twitter one more time. If you guys have any questions. Oh no, I just dropped my remote. We went back and thought of every single ounce of absolute bull stuff and put it into it. You have to. You have to decide to put it into it. You have to decide to be the one who grows. And even me, right? I didn't even know about budgeting until I was 15. Because I wanted to get serious with this stuff. I knew that I had to change it, that we had to change it. So I started studying budget. I started noticing more stuff with money. I started tracking what I'm spending. Because this is the stuff that the rich do. Or even just people who just have money. Because the people who don't have a lot of money, they don't do this stuff. That's why you gotta be the change. You gotta be the one to change the game. Because if you don't change the game, ain't nobody else gonna do it for you. But y'all need to lock in. Lock in. Y'all need to lock in. But yeah, guys, run up on Twitter one more time. We're gonna talk about one more subject. One more subject. I love to say this because it is powerful. It is easier to hate than to love. That's true. It's easier to hold a grudge than to forgive. That is true. It's easier to gossip than to actually maintain an image. That's true. No, and you're right, and that's why many people aren't going to do it. But this is what Jesus even says that you need to do. It's the only way. And that's what I'm saying. You're going to feel uncomfortable at first. Jesus never said, oh, you were going to feel all right once you accept it. No, you're going to feel uncomfortable. But that is the price that you have to pay to have long-term growth. Or you can keep on sitting in your illusions, keep on acting like this didn't happen. But guess what? Guess what the price you're paying? Never having long-term growth. So you have to decide. You have to decide what it's going to be. The choice is yours. I meant behind their back, but if you hate instead of live, if you would rather hold a grudge than forgive, if you would rather gossip, then what is the reward in that exactly? And many people, you know why? Because many people, they don't think years ahead. They think right now. They think how they feel right now. We need to be thinking in the future. Is this situation, is what you're about to do, is it going to make your future better or worse? And many people, they don't think like that until after they've done the bad thing. No, you need to be thinking like this before you're going to do it. Because after, it's too late. It's already done. You can't go back in time. No. So you have to think, assess, be calm. But this takes skill to build. This isn't like, oh, one day you're going to have it. No. This takes building in the shadows. Wait, it says when IShowSpeed was surprised when almost all the YouTube employees came outside to see him at the YouTube headquarters in San Francisco. Chat, that's crazy. IShowSpeed, bro. YouTube employees came outside to see IShowSpeed at the YouTube headquarters in San Francisco. Hate instead of love. This auto correction is annoying. Ah, nah, yeah, you're good, bro. See, that's what I be saying. You know how when I be texting you, bro, and like it be kind of messing up. Yeah, it be because of that, bro. It's so annoying. But anyway, bro, Hey, I love seeing black people win, man, because I know there's many black people who they want to make it, bro. Like they want to have Hellcats, they want to have stuff like this, but they weren't put in these opportunities, you know. And it's like you can make a way out, bro. There's plenty of black people that y'all see, like Ascendant, Speed. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of them. But I'm going to show y'all this clip real quick because it says when Asha Speed was surprised, almost all the YouTube employees came outside to see him at the YouTube headquarters in San Francisco. So I'm gonna show y'all this.
Funny shit, all the YouTube employees are right now. It's amazing. Like,
Don't tell me you're gonna do this too. Oh, never mind. That's a lot. That's a lot of people. That's a lot of people. I think I said all I needed to say. Yeah, man. So it's a pleasure having you, Venom. Don't worry. The reason why the other people are here is because they're not used to me going live at night. Because usually I do it at 2 p.m. But it's fine, man. Night streams are actually cool. So we'll start doing more of these, especially when I get a webcam and stuff, start reacting to stuff. Yeah, man. But yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and end here. Make sure you guys and girls like, comment, subscribe, stay blessed, and we'll see you on the next one. Peace.